Welcome! In this video, we'll delve into the escalating trade tensions between Canada and the United States. We'll examine British Columbia's response to potential U.S. tariffs, including the introduction of toll legislation and measures to strengthen interprovincial trade. We'll also explore the potential impact on Alaskan communities, the broader implications for U.S.-Canada trade relations, and Canada's long-term strategy to lessen its dependence on the U.S. If you want to stay up to date on global trade news, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. British Columbia has announced plans to introduce legislation that would allow them to impose tolls on U.S. trucks traveling through the province to Alaska. This is a direct retaliatory measure. Premier David Eby has expressed strong concerns about U.S. trade policies, particularly those associated with Donald Trump, emphasizing the need to protect Canada's economic sovereignty. Eby stated that while the tolls might not be employed, Canada must have the means to counter President Donald Trump's threat of tariffs. He defined this as a response to an unprecedented threat from the U.S., a desire to erase our border. The legislation also includes measures to strengthen interprovincial trade within Canada and to promote local production of low-carbon fuels. This situation is rooted in ongoing trade disputes and concerns about potential future tariffs and other trade barriers imposed by the United States. Communities along the United States-Canada border, including those in Alaska, are concerned about the potential economic impact of these trade tensions. Key concerns include the potential for increased costs and disruptions to transportation and trade between Canada, the continental U.S., and Alaska, the impact on cross-border relationships and economic activity in border communities, and the broader implications for U.S.-Canada trade relations. To respond to potential U.S. trade actions, Canada, particularly British Columbia, is taking multifaceted measures. The most prominent is the introduction of toll legislation, enabling British Columbia to impose tolls on U.S. trucks traveling through the province to Alaska. This legislation provides a mechanism for retaliation, allowing Canada to impose financial costs on U.S. transportation. It's crucial to note that this is a measure they are creating the ability to use, not one they're currently implementing. Canada is also focusing on bolstering its internal economy by reducing trade barriers between its provinces and territories. This includes streamlining regulations, harmonizing standards, and eliminating bureaucratic hurdles that impede the flow of goods and services. This aims to create a more resilient domestic market and reduce reliance on U.S. trade. British Columbia plans to require that low-carbon fuels added to gasoline and diesel be produced in Canada. This measure is significant because it supports the development of domestic renewable energy industries, reduces reliance on imported fuels, and contributes to Canada's climate goals. Additionally, there is a push to diversify exports to other global markets, encourage Buy Canadian initiatives, and remove U.S.-produced alcohol from some Canadian vendors. Canada's expected accomplishments from these measures include a deterrence, aiming to prevent the U.S. from implementing harmful trade policies. These measures provide leverage in trade negotiations, strengthen economic resilience, protect national interests, send a strong message of defending sovereignty, and diversify trade partnerships. Canada aims to create a situation where the U.S. is less likely to harm the Canadian economy and ensure Canada is better equipped to withstand potential disruptions. A significant part of Canada's strategy is aimed at sending a clear message to U.S. legislators. By demonstrating a willingness to impose retaliatory measures, Canada can create political pressure, highlight the economic impact of U.S. policies, signal resolve, and create awareness about the interconnectedness of the two economies. It's highly likely that the toll legislation is also intended to send a direct message to Alaska's governor. The toll legislation directly affects transportation to and from Alaska, potentially increasing the cost of essential goods and impacting the competitiveness of Alaskan businesses. This highlights regional concerns and demonstrates the consequences for actions that disrupt trade. This aims to create local pressure and ensure the Alaskan government understands the negative effects of U.S. trade policy. These actions are part of a larger effort by Canada to lessen its dependence on the U.S. This includes diversifying trade through agreements like CPTPP and CETA, strengthening the domestic economy, increasing strategic autonomy, pursuing energy independence, and responding to the uncertainty of U.S. trade policies. To summarize, British Columbia has announced its intention to introduce legislation enabling tolls on commercial trucks traveling to Alaska. The purpose is to respond to potential U.S. trade actions. The legislation targets commercial truck traffic, includes interprovincial trade, measures focused on regulatory streamlining, promotes local fuel production to support domestic energy industries, and is currently in the process of being introduced, providing the province the ability to enact tolls. What are your thoughts on these developments? Share your comments below. If this report has been insightful, please share it with others. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more in-depth analyses of global issues. And as always, thank you for watching.